Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here of Banish the Doubt. I am George McNamara. In this video, what I'd like to talk about is awareness, but awareness as far as where are you every single day? Meaning, where are you as far as your surroundings? Do you notice your surroundings? Do you notice the people who are in your world, the people you spend the most time with? What are their conversations like? What's the energy level like? When somebody asks you, hey, how's it going? You just reflectively say, yeah, it's good. How are things? Yeah, they're okay. Or do you say things like, I'm living the dream? What do you mean living the dream? I'm living the dream. Are you aware? Or do you just reflectively answer? Are the conversations with those around you that you're with 6, 7, 8, 9 hours a day? Do you notice, are they the same recycled conversations? Is it the same drama? Is it the same regurgitated stuff? Why I'm asking this is because this is these are the prompters that the book Three Magic Words talked about. This is the pendulum that the book Reality Transurfing spoke about. If we're around people who operate at a certain energetic level, a certain perception of themselves and life, and we are not aware, then we stay exactly where we're at. There's nothing to change because we are not noticing anything. However, if we are in the environment and we actually can recognize that and emotionally detach ourselves from it, observe, if you will, like watching a movie appearing on a screen and detaching ourselves and understanding that it's just a projection on a screen. It's not real. This is the point to get to in your life where you are operating from a detached perspective, noticing that it's just a projection. It's not real. That who you are on the inside, how you see yourself, gets projected. The energy gets pushed out. The words we use energetically get pushed out to the universe, God, source energy. And then universal subconscious mind, as the book Three Magic Words talks about, then sends back, magnetically sends back to us exactly the frequency and the energetic level that those words operate on. If we can understand this and say, okay, so I now understand how I feel about myself is going to be broadcast. Like some of you who are older, you can remember AM radio. And AM radio was, you would have to tune to a certain frequency in order to hear clearly, be able to have the broadcast come through clear. And if you weren't tuned to the right frequency, you would hear a bunch of static. It's why we say things like, I just don't feel right around those people. That's the static. That's you, your body letting you know that you're not tuned to the right frequency. that the frequency that your body wants to tune to is not on the same channel as those other people. So we need to adjust the frequency, adjust our thinking about not them, about ourself. And the awareness then says, okay, I want to adjust and I want to adjust to the same frequency where I think about myself is why we say things like, well, the way they act, whenever he or she says or does this, it just drives me crazy. It's because if you're in tune with who you are, you'll be aware and say, okay, who I am is telling me, is speaking to me, saying, you're not on the right frequency. You're not operating the same channel as them. So these are and your prompters, your subconscious thinking is in tune with who they are. And if you're no longer identifying with that, then you would want to become aware and say, okay, I'm going to then change the projection, change the movie that's appearing on the screen that's more in line with who I am, who I desire to myself to be in this moment, who I identify with. So on the other side, obviously, as well, whenever I'm with this person, I just have a great time because you're operating the same level. And if you desire to live a life that operates on a frequency level that is higher, that there's more abundance, there's a better flow of conversation, there's more of a conversation about what can be positive, then you become that person, and then you attract those people into your life. So you, again, you have these thoughts, you speak the language of this frequency, you send out that energy to the universe, to God, to source energy, and then in turn, that then magnetically draws to you the people, the events, and the circumstances that are operating on that on that level. It's earlier in the morning. That's why I'm talking a little lower. And now we also understand then we want to meditate on that. When we're noticing that things are not operating outside, we're not on the same frequency, then when we have time, we quietly sit by ourselves or we just meditate and we remind ourselves, especially if we're around certain situations, people, what have you, and we feel ourselves being drawn into that because the pendulum that Vadim Zeland talked about in reality transurfing, the pendulum has a very strong draw to it. It gets what he calls a hook into you. So these are the types of pendulums that maybe talk about politics and gossip about other people. That's a strong pendulum. And if you find yourself being sucked into that, then we go and meditate and we just quiet ourselves and just remember who we are. And that I am this desire that you had desired to be. That's not part of that. That's the old me, or the Bible calls the old man. That is why the Bible says, I die daily. I die to the old self. So these are the ways that we can start to understand the frequencies and the channels, or the channel that we want to operate on. The world is always showing us, it's always teaching us, it's always reminding us of where our thinking is. But most importantly, where the thinking is in the relation to how we feel about ourselves is at all times. That's why There's a quote that says, no matter where you go, there you are. You can physically go anywhere, but you take you, who is you on the inside, with you. So you hear people say, oh, I want to leave this country. I want to leave whatever. That's fine. You can physically go anywhere you want. But who you are, these prompters that you associate with, this you that you are goes. And you just keep attracting the same people to you. So notice the channel and change the frequency to align with the channel that you want to operate on. Have a great day.